Ladies and gentlemen, Sunday with Ola 253. This might actually become one of the best Sundays you've ever had. Not because of this song though. This song sucks ass. But the rest of it might be good. Who knows? We'll see. There she blows. Hiya! What's up, whoever? Oh, I fucked that up. Okay. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Sunday with Ola 253. Thank you so much for tuning in today. How are you guys doing? Are you doing good? I'm doing good. I just fucked up that whole intro by saying the wrong thing afterwards. Hope you're having a great and pink Sunday, because take a look at this. Isn't this the most pink Sunday you've seen so far? Look at this. This is the A1.6APS. Beautiful guitar right there with a never tuned bridge, Fishman influence pickups. It has this amazing pink metallic sparkle finish. And dude, I'm in love with this guitar. I'm just not sure if I'm allowed to take it with me to play with the Haunted, because it's not cool enough. I think it's cool enough. And look at that. You see its gloss on the back. The back of the neck is satin right there. Holy shit, what an amazing Sunday. What an amazing guitar. And dude, if you see this and be like, hey, fuck man, Ola's fucking kicking ass. These coming weeks, man, I tell you what. Hope you guys are all warmed up, because we're heading into the news. Cradle of Filth fire guitarist after recent statements. Danny Filth posts messages. So the past week has been quite eventful. If you're a Cradle of Filth fan or in that camp, I would say. Cradle of Filth have now officially fired guitarist Ashok Smerda after he and his wife Zoe Marie Fedorov issued statements laying out their beef with the band's management and sharing the contracts on social media they were allegedly asked to sign. So basically how it all started was that Zoe Marie Fedorov, the keyboard player, said that she would leave the band, but then Danny fired her husband, Ashok, the guitar player, and after that they made a statement. And the decision to leave was because they didn't want to sign an artist contract with Cradle of Filth. So we planned this transition out of Cradle of Filth months ago. Management is dishonest, manipulative, and tries to make money that belongs to us. We attached this contract. They attempted to trap all session members in for a 25% raise. First raise in 7 years. Our lawyer called it the most psychopathic contract a session musician could ever be handed. Okay, I want to read this. This is obviously very, very interesting, because this is the behind the scenes of being in a big metal band today. There's contracts, man. So let's read what the contract ensues. This is the contract that Cradle of Filth and Danny Davey want all the musicians to sign that are in the band. Looks like a standard contract. What do the musician need to do? They render your services as a musician on the tracks by the artist as may reasonably be required by us. To render your services as a composer on such masters. Okay, so you have to write music. To hereby give us all consents and permission in relation to your performance on the masters. Okay, so basically signing off all the permissions of the music to the act, Cradle of Filth, and then to attend in live recording sessions, live performances, rehearsal, photo shoots, recording of promotional videos, meet and greets, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the contract covers writing music, playing live, showing up for photo sessions and meet and greets and shit like that, and being, you know, a part of the band. So what is the provision of this? The provision of your services, we agree to pay you as follows. The fee. The sum of £200 per day for all days upon which you are required to perform, record, rehearse, or attend other activities with or on behalf of the artist. And this has sparked a lot of controversy because £200 for a band of the size of Cradle of Filth is not a lot of money, I must say. For travel days, you get £150. A per diem of £25 per day for each day upon which your services are required by the artist. So this is for food and food. So basically, the artist is committed to write music, play live, travel, and be on meet and greets and spook themselves out for photos and shit for £200 a day. Why this is a problem is because if you're a writer of music, obviously you're entitled to the royalty of being a writer on that material. But basically in this contract, you're signing all of that off to the band, so the band takes all those royalties. At 200 quid per day, I mean, is that even counting the days you're actually writing? It's just for performing and recording and rehearsing. When do they get paid for the writing? They don't, because they sign over their music to the artist. And that's a shitty fucking deal right there. And this has sparked a lot of emotion and a lot of backlash for Cradle of Filth, also a lot of support for Ashok and his wife. It really raises the question of how, you know, metal bands actually treat their musicians. And I can give a little bit of my own perspective on this. I mean, back when I joined 6 Feet Under, for instance, Ola Englund, Swedish guy, joining an American band, playing guitar. Okay, simple as that, very easy. I would go there, I would perform, I would do tours, and I would get paid. At that point, I was very happy. I was, you know, very happy to be in an established metal band. And I didn't really care that much about how much money I got. And back then, I can't say for how it is right now, but 6 Feet Under would pay me like $1,000 per week to tour with them. So if we did like a 4-week tour, it was $4,000. Back then, you know, I thought that was a fair price, I would say, for me to go out and play in front of a lot of people. You know, always wanted to do that. But today, I mean, if you pull that out, say that you have 7 gigs a week, that's $142 per gig if it's 7, you know, gigs a week, which might not be that much either. What I want to say with this is that, you know, for a lot of young people, you know, they just want to get into the grind and, you know, get into the bands. Obviously, they're going to take these type of contracts. And that's why we see a lot of, you know, established metal bands that have young musicians in them, because basically they're cheaper. In a world like this where, you know, Ashok and Zoe is trying to make a living out of making music, with this type of contract, they're not building anything for themselves, and that's why they didn't sign the contract. Seeing this contract right here, it's, yeah, I would never sign anything like this. And if you're the young musician that want to play in Cradle of Filth, and you want to have fun for a while, go ahead, sign this. But if you want to have a future and be able to pay for yourself, maybe you should read the contract. Hell yeah, drama. All right, so it's a Saturday. Hello. I decided to come back into the office on this Saturday because Cradle of Filth and Danny Filth made a statement in regards to this whole situation, and I figured it wouldn't be fair if I just let one side of the story be reported. So Danny released a full-fledged statement. It's a lot of words, and I'm just going to break it down for you, okay? He addressed the contract that were shitty, basically saying that they were never meant to be final and that it was a mistake that they got sent to the musicians of the band. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt, maybe. He says that members are free to have other projects, you know, for other types of incomes, of course, and only need to coordinate scheduling, so they're not officially locked in to the band necessarily. He also claims that Zoe and Ashok, the guitar player, caused multiple disruptive arguments on tour, and there was heavy drinking. So basically now, we're seeing the shit being slung back. If you want to read up on the statement, I recommend you doing so. It's a lot to take in, but in short, basically the contract It wasn't meant to be the final contract. Danny also claims that there was drinking on this South American tour and arguments between Ashok and his wife. So also he's protecting his management. And yeah, in short, he's saying that it's less about money and more about behavior and miscommunication, if anything. Either way, now we heard both sides. Great! Gojira's new album will arrive in 2026. For the new songs, we took so much time to make sure everything is fine and powerful enough. Hell yeah. I can say for a fact that not only I is waiting for a good new Gojira album, you are as well. Whatever that comment meant. It took us a long time. We needed that time, I think, just to make sure we're on the same page. Also, we don't have that much pressure. We're not young band anymore. We've been a band for 30 years. So they're becoming more comfortable, I would say. It's on the way. 2026 for sure. Ooh, hell yeah. I'm looking forward to this. It's almost finished. We're going back to big guitar riffs and more metal, but more modern sound, he said. There are 2 more songs to refine. We want to move quickly, but we didn't succeed. We thought about it so much that we always got lost. It's harder to match our tastes than it was 20 years ago. And that's normal. Heavier, bigger guitar riffs. I'm all for it, man. All right, something I haven't commented about, but has been quite the stir lately, is that Rick Beato released a video where he explains that he got an insane amount of copyright claims on his previous videos from Universal Music. You know, Universal Music, one of the bigger multi-million-dollar labels, put claims on Rick Beato's videos where he's, he's showcasing music in an educational way. And he's playing the music in the videos, but according to Rick, it's filed under fair use because it's educational, right? The problem right here is that even though these claims are false or, are considered fair use, you have to get through into a court, I guess, at some point to see whoever wins this case. But then you have Rick Beato versus multi-million-dollar record label. It's insanely dangerous to fight for that right there. And Rick did release this video where, he's trying to address this, and it is a problem for a lot of YouTubers. Even for myself, if I play like a snippet of a song in a Sunday With Ola, for instance, even though if it's 10 or 15 seconds, the record labels will claim it. Obviously, every time I counterclaim it and say like, this is fair use. But sometimes they still stand their ground and I can't do anything about it. I did a video series where I reacted to Megadeth and I reacted to Children of Bodom. Both those videos got claimed and the other one got striked. So I'm never gonna do that shit again, man. 3 strikes and your YouTube channel is out the door. The problem in this case is also that it's always the YouTuber that gets the shit under the stick and gets the strike. Why aren't the labels getting any strikes? It's capitalism. Yeah. So they asked him to remove his videos from his channel. Dude, that fucking sucks. Basically, what they don't understand is that Rick is basically promoting this fucking artist so more people will listen to the artist. When I show something in the Sunday With Ola, I'm promoting the artist. The artist gets more exposure, more views. Win-win for the record labels. And this is obviously very frustrating. And I try to fight this every time, but it doesn't work all the time. All of the videos I do that are like, Ola Learns, even though that is educational, they always get claimed by the labels. I mean, I can't escape that. Do I dare fight for it to court? I mean, I don't have any strength against these fucking mega brands and mega labels. But raising awareness about it is great. Okay, I have another segment here later where I'm going to test this. So I'll let you know in the comment section of this video if this video gets claimed or not. We're just going to see. I missed this last week, but Testament released a new single, Infanticide AI. 14th studio album Parabellum is out October 10. Holy shit, that's soon as f***. They got this new drummer, and he needs to show the world that he can grind. You got to replace Gene Hoglan. So I understand it. Hell yeah. Dude, I love Chuck Taylor. One of the best thrash metal vocalists out there, man. Even before his Deafy vocal days. He was fucking king. Hell yeah, I can't wait for this album. Testament Infanticide AI. You can watch it online right now because I'm promoting the band. This is fair use. Bill Kelliher pays tribute to Brent Hinds. It's been hard to get a grip on my emotions this week. So last week, Brent Hinds passed away from a motorcycle accident, and there's been an outcry of emotion, and I think it was very tragic of a passing for everyone involved. I mean, at least, you know, to the guys in Mastodon, obviously, who's been friends and been in the same band forever and ever. They're currently on tour. And, you know, when you're on tour, you're working, so it might take a while before you kind of process things. In a heartfelt post, guitarist Bill Kelliher reflected on his decades-long bond with Hinds. It's been hard to get a grip on my emotion this week. We had our good and bad times, just like any relationship. All that we accomplished after that first fist fight in a van 25 years ago. I didn't think you'd be taken from us like this. Absolutely loss of a true one of a kind guitar wizard extraordinaire. Keeping up with you taught me a lot. You were a brother, we were family, you were a wild man, not to be tamed. You could fuck up bowling ball with a feather. You weren't perfect, but you were always Dirty B. Your vagabond, gypsy, wild child lives on through your music. I will miss you, crazy ass animal. Shit. And keyboard warriors out there have been like, oh, man, you know, they make this post, Mastodon, they them in the ass, blah, 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 and ding, ding, dong, and, you know, he was shit-talking them and all that. But the thing is that these keyboard warriors did not know the relationship these people had together. I mean, they were basically family. And yes, they did have a falling out, but it doesn't make it disrespectful to fucking make a post like this. You know, remembering and celebrating the, you know, Brent Hinds. To all you keyboard warriors out there, sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Thank you. And just as I fucking was about to record the news, Mudvayne releases a new single. What the hell? First single in 16 years. Hurt people, hurt people. Oh shit, oh, calm down, calm down. He really hopes that I'm suffering. Yes, the price for admission is suffering my whole life. I get what he's saying. We're in 2025 and I'm listening to Mudvayne. That feels cool as hell. What the hell? There's nothing other than just the lyrics. Are they releasing an album? We have no idea. Maybe they'll come out with a press release today, later, and I'm late on the news. Anyways, guys, that was the news. Let's see if this is getting demonetized or not. Fair use, baby. Let's go.
Who's up there? You won't escape that way!
Ja. Vad? Superlead?
Flexi.
Ja, men det är nya va?
Ja, det tror jag.
Ja. Är det Mod Series? Nej, det är inte.
Nej.
Hej, hej. Hejsan.
Känner du mig igen?
Ja, kanske.
Från Discord?
Ja, just det. Oh. Hej. Varför är du så arg?
Det låter alltid sådär ju.
Va?
Globa.
Eller vad säger jag? Bjuda på lite snack.
Ärtor och morötter och skit. Morötter och skit?
Kent. Den här är till dig.
Klubba. Hjärteklubba. Klubba. Tack Ola.
All right, so we're in Hellbotten outside Oslo in Norway, and we just arrived at the venue. And this area is pretty fucking beautiful. So this is the place we're playing. It's like an indoor festival, 2 stages, and right now I'm wearing glasses because we're not playing until like 11 o'clock tonight, and if I wear contacts for too long, my eyes get dried. So I'm just wearing the glasses until then, I guess. So we're just waiting to, I don't know what we're waiting for actually. If we're loading in, I don't know if we're doing a sound check. Adrian and Jonas, they're coming later, so maybe we'll just skip it and go to the hotel. I think that's what's gonna happen. Vad sjö av sås. Ja, det. Ja, men det är som att lyssna på en mage. Jaha, det kan ju inte visa. Du är så jävla cool, Ken. Det är det jag gillar med dig. Det är så jävla cool. Cool? Ja. Skifflar de ut alla? Det är bra. Då har vi en bra. Ja, vad säger gamla tricket?
Tricket från bröstvårtan till den här handen.
Exactly 1 meter. Eller från breastwort to Judas face.
The nipple, please.
From one nipple to
breast-
another.
Nu jävlar får du content alltså.
Det här, ja för fan alltså. Det går ju ner.
Pink amplifier.
Med albumet.
Nej, de skrev in under gritet. Så om man har tur så kokar det skulle det gritet in i ett garage eller bara på samma våning. Det är helt okej. 15 år.
Cool pause.
Right. Ja!
Vill du inte ha Jensen på din sida alls eller?
Ja men jag har ju inners.
Jo, men han...
Ja men lite grann på den sidan bara.
Ja, men är det samma system eller?
Nej? Alright. 5 minutes until gig. The inners sound fucking amazing today. Play at 11. Film.
Så gjorde jag inte med...
Så jävla ful. Så jävla ful.
Nej. Jag tycker du är fin.
Jag tycker jag är fin också. Jag tycker Ola är fin. Ola är väldigt fin.
Ganska repad.
Har du minuter att gå hem?
Var det det du sa?
Ja, jag tänkte att jag ska se om det kommer på kameran. Nu går det introt.
Går det nu eller?
Ja, jag hör det härifrån.
Jaha. Right.
Ska du gå först? Okej. Alright, funny fact. You know that I talked about my video getting demonetized earlier in the news segment. Well, none of that shit gave this video any problems. However, this piece right here where we're playing Trespass by the band The Haunted, you know, the band I'm in, that made the video demonetized. Hell yeah. So I had to cut that song out of the video. But let's go back to the vlog, okay?
Bra bilder, du har inte kollat.
Va?
Du har inte kollat.
Vadå?
Ifall det blir bra bilder.
Nej, det får vi vänta. Hej hundar! Oj! Hej på dig! Hej! Va? Ska vi ta den här då? Va? Hej på dig hundar! Va? Var ska du? Oj! Hoppet upp! Va? All right, my friends, that's it for Sunday with Ola 253 for you right there. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you want to support what I'm doing, olaenglundshop.com. You can get a t-shirt like this, or you can get a coffee cup if you want. We have coffee cups, baby. Again, thank you so much for all the support. It means a lot to me. I'll see you very, very soon. Goodbye.